What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, breaking down this upcoming Monday Night Football slate. 500K to first, Buffalo at New York. Before we get into like wonderful me, definitely subscribe. We're here breaking down this slate. It's a interesting slate. We have Buffalo. I mean, the Houston game was interesting to say the least. The Baltimore game was interesting. I mean, Jacksonville game, they blew the cover off of them. Oh man, oh man. But we're here. Let me pull up Buffalo first. So we'll talk about Buffalo before we get into the New York Jets and all their drama. But we have a little bit of drama with James Cook, but something about not paying a bill or something like that. I don't know, dining and dashing. He's questionable with the toe injury. We need to watch the status of him because if he's out, we're gonna get a lot of Ty Johnson. We've seen him kind of come in the blowout scenarios against Jacksonville, and he had value, of course, with 13 fantasy points. Carried the ball three times, not targeted in the game against the loss against the Texans. But he played season high in snaps, 36%. So if there is no James Cook, you can obviously look to Ty Johnson, but he is priced up now at 5.2. It's not like an extreme value that we would get with the injuries. But Josh Allen, 11,000. We need that 30-point upside. Um, Big shot to the chest, rolled my ankle. They flattened me, hitting my head, but felt good enough to get back in. Yada yada yada. At 11,000. Do you want to go to him or do you want to go to Aaron Rodgers? That's the biggest question mark on the slate. Dalton Kincaid 8.2. The price tag is getting up there for Dalton Kincaid. The targets have been consistent, but the receptions have not. We need more than five. We need more than nine in order to pay off that price tag at 8.2. Shakir, questionable. We need to watch the status of him because I mean, let's look at these receivers. Curtis Samuel, Mac Hollins, MVS. I don't want to play these guys. I don't want to play MVS on a slate. I don't want to play Mac Hollins on the slate. But they're cheap. They're super cheap. Keon Coleman, five targets. I mean, 49 yards. That's pretty much all he had. Hopefully, he shows up to team meetings on time. I mean, we saw that. We saw how that went down when he didn't play a snap on the first three or four drives. Um, Kickers are obviously in play. They seem to be optimal every single slate. I don't know how. I don't know why it's like that this year, but it is what it is. The receivers, like I said, are cheap. Samuel Hollins, MVS. We need to watch the status of Shakir because they could pop in value, and it's just Russian roulette pretty much on which one you want to play. Let's go to the Jets. So Salah got fired. What does this mean? We don't know yet. We definitely don't know. So 22 targets, 22, but the Jets were down. 10,000, it's a higher price tag to pay. Brees Hall, 9-4. I don't know what's happening with Brees Hall. Is he hurt? I mean, he's committed to building a run first offense. So are we going to see a lot of Brees Hall? We're going to see a lot of Braylon Allen at 5.4. Because if that's the case, then I want a piece of him. But again, Brees Hall has been terrible. And it sucked my best ball teams. I mean, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, 9,000. He's cheaper than Josh Allen. Alan Lazard, the corpse of Alan Lazard, seems to be still consistently getting it done with over 10 fantasy points. Other than against Tennessee, he pot for week one, 13, 10, and 13. Price tag's up there though. Mike Williams, what has happened to Mike Williams? I have no idea. He had that one big game against Denver, and that's about it. If you even want to call that a big game, still hasn't got a TD. So it's just Aaron Rodgers is not looking for him. Zerlin's in play at 4.4. Conklin is questionable. If he's out, we could see Ruckert see some snaps. I mean, he's seen snaps here and there. 1-2 is cheap. 1-2 is definitely cheap. Let's try to build. So, at captain, if you want to go, if you want to go with the Josh Allen at captain, 6.7. I mean, Coleman 6.8. Braylon Allen's 5.4. Let's go to Curtis Samuel 7.6. Say you want to get to that Gary Wilson. Say you want to go to the run first with Brees Hall. And then you have James. I mean, still tough. Double quarterback 2.3. MVS is there at 2,000, but then you're fading Kincaid, you're fading Lazard, hoping that Aaron Rodgers doesn't let to one of his favorite targets in Lazard. Um, you're banking on Shakir being out as well. That's a high price tag for Shakir, man. At 8.6. I mean, he's getting it done with the yards, but he needs that TD to pay off that price tag as well. That's tough. Mm, let's try Beast Hall. Garrett Wilson, Josh Allen, still double quarterback if you want to try that. And you're still fading Kincaid, Lazard, and Coleman. Man, this is going to be interesting. We need to know with injuries. But that wraps up the safe process, though. Thank you for tuning in. It was a great set for us tonight, everybody. Have a good one.